Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my next talk through. This is going to be a really short one. It's going to be Panic Restaurant for the NES, made in 1992 by Taito. Certainly no strangers for the bizarre. This story, we start off as a chef named Cookie, and I'm getting bombarded by fruit. And might as well just drop a big-ass pumpkin on my head while we're at it. There's a villain of the game. This is O-Dove. His dialogue makes little to no sense. And also he has taken Cookie's restaurant. Oh, we are getting attacked by food. And all the enemies in this game are going to be some sort of food item. With a tomato flipping me off. Anyway, there are 6 stages in the game. And this first one's going to be the appetizer. And time to take back our restaurant, where we must begin by whacking runaway rotisserie chickens with a skillet, because that's just how we roll here at Panic Restaurant. And anytime you kill an enemy, you also get a coin. You can use this to play a slot machine, kind of like Mario 2. And the first enemies in this game are going to be very basic, just chickens and carrots that like to run around back and forth. And Cookie moves a little bit slowly compared to most other characters, but it's really not that bad once you get used to it. And this is a spoon. With the spoon, the range is a little bit better, but you can't swing it overhead, it's to the side. Anyway, just taking care of carrots and hopping sausages. That candy refills your health. I mean, it gives you 1 heart back. But that was a very short stage, but we must fight this boss, which is a giant popcorn pan. And after you hit him 3 times, he explodes and lets his popcorn loose. And then he charges at you. After a few hits, he dies, and you get to collect all the coins you have whenever you beat a boss. But yeah, that was it for the first stage. That was a very short stage. But they will get longer as they go on. Anyway, here's how the slot machine game works. You can bet up to 5 coins. The more you bet, the more chances you have to win, because you can get the diagonals with 4 or 5 coins. And you can get things from complete health refills to heart containers to 1-ups. And for this one, I'm just going to bet all 5s, because I can. And right there I got 3 lollies, so I got a max health refill, as well as an extra heart to my health meter. And the thing about this game is that, well, the humor is really ridiculous. It's also a lot of fun, and also pretty underrated. Right there I got a diagonal with 3 candies, so I get my health restored. And that X does nothing, so you don't want to get that. I also like the items in the menu. And I think that was Pat the NES punk who pointed that out with that "Wah, help me" guy. Anyway, here we are in stage 2. This is where you're in the restaurant, and this is where things start to pick up in difficulty. Where you're greeted by, I guess, runaway dessert of some sort, as well as rolling pizzas that like to attack you. And the problem with this game is that every time you beat the stage, or every time you get hit, you lose your weapon and you have to go back to the skillet. Also, the respawn in this game is ridiculous. But here you have to take the elevator and be aware of the pizzas. And see, up here should be more pizzas. Yep. And anytime you see a ladder up here, that means there's going to be a bonus stage. So let's just go up here. Right here you have to catch the fish, and the way this one works is that whenever you see a fish, you have to extend the hand to catch it with A. And if you have to catch the fish. If you catch a bomb, then the stage instantly ends, and those black things are going to be the bomb. So you don't want to catch the bomb. Instead, I'll just play this thing out. I ended up getting 18, did pretty well on that one. That's mostly score bonus. You can get extra lives with a lot of points, and also you start off in the next section with a checkpoint. And anytime you go in a door in this game, that means you got a checkpoint. And what I did there was just whack an onion. And also with these apples, they break off into 4 pieces, so you just want to steer clear of those guys. And there was just a lolly I picked up to maximize my health. Here you have to take elevators and also mind the pizzas that roll down at you. Yeah, see, the thing is, if you're not prepared, then some of these enemies can really surprise you. And the ones that catch you off guard are usually whenever you're going up or down something. And, yeah, those were chandeliers that shoot lights, and I think I just got hit by an apple. So I am down to my skillet. And I'm just going through these hazards again. This is where they're gonna start introducing hazards to go with the enemies you must fight. And right here I can get my health back with the candy. Always a good thing. Anytime you whack an onion, the layers come out and I guess they move around in that dazed-like stare of theirs or whatever it is. So you just whack them again to get the coin. There's a pizza waiting for me. Anytime you see one of these pots, you want to grab it because it'll give you invincibility. So you can just roll through everything. Just make sure you're holding right or holding wherever you're supposed to go. Right here's the fork. This thing works a lot like the pogo stick from DuckTales. Except the hit detection on this thing is kind of touchy, so you do want to make sure. Yeah, see, the thing is, you want to hit the exact top of the enemy, otherwise you might get hit. Like I just did. Here, I'm just gonna wait for the gelatin before I whack them. And just taking care of these guys and getting out of the way of that apple. I might as well just set this one off too while I'm at it. The good news is you can pick up a lot of weapons right away. Or I mean not right away, but just frequently. And right here you want to take the top route because then you can get candy to restore your health. Just in time for the boss. Here's a microwave chicken, or chicken microwave, or whatever you want to call it. A bunch of chickens jumped in. And right here, whenever it releases the chickens, you want to go behind it so you can hit it some more. And right there, I just beat it with a few whacks, and all it does is just jump around. Also, whenever you do beat a boss, make sure you stand right on top of it, because then you can get the most coins. So we are on stage 3, it's salad. And we are entering the middle of the restaurant. Right here is going to be the kitchen, and right away we're greeted with a sausage and eggs. Must be breakfast time. And, yeah, I'm just going to wait for this sausage. As well as this egg. And to the left, what I'm going to find is dishes, and these are kind of projectiles. And you could shoot them straight ahead, but then they start dropping downward. Sometimes it's a useful weapon, it is kind of situational. You do want to have these things when you're going down these ladders. And, just trying to attack enemies that are below you. They do work pretty well as a straight ahead weapon too. Out here you get a platforming segment where you do have to jump on the bubbles in order to progress forward. Because Cookie has to have a giant boiler in order to cook his stuff. Anytime you see a chef's hat like that, that means that's an extra life, so let's go ahead and get it. I am not going to get that fork because I just don't think it's going to be useful. Here there are burners that you have to slowly go across. Just wait for them to pass. Or wait for the fire to pass. And then just keep going. And just getting another spoon. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for this kettle because I'm going to need to ride the lid. And the problem is if you try and go in there before the lid, or while the lid is gone, that fire is actually going to kill you instantly, so you do have to be careful. And just keep going here. Getting another checkpoint. And here you get toast, and the toast is actually going to jump around and hit me like that. So I'm just going to bypass it completely. I actually could get the bonus stage, but then I'd be skipping out on a lot of stuff, and I just would not be good at showing off this game if I did that. Now did I? Or now wouldn't I? Yeah, still not there with my speaking yet, but what are you gonna do? Instead, I need to slaughter more toast, because I can. Well, that was not done well at all. Instead, I need to just wait. Where did that... Okay, yeah, I guess that toast came from Well, that was terrible on my part. Yeah, see, the thing with this stage is that... Wow, I am really getting my ass beat here. Maybe I should have taken that bonus stage. Yeah, see, the thing is, this game is actually very tough, so... Personally, I think I might have died earlier. Yeah, you know what, screw it, I'm taking the bonus stage. That was near the checkpoint anyway. Anyway, what you want to do in this bonus stage is, birds are gonna fly by, occasionally drop eggs or bombs, and you want to get the eggs. This makes sure you stay away from the bombs. And the thing is that, if you hit the wall too fast, then sometimes you can, bounce, or the hand can bounce pretty far. Also, controlling the hand is kind of wonky, because it's kind of slow to react, and it also goes way too fast, and it's actually kind of tough to stop. But I did manage to get 13 eggs, and just came up short of 50,000. Here we are with conveyor belts, and yeah, I don't really need that candy now. Instead, I must get my ass kicked by more toast. So yeah, I am gonna want to get that spoon because I am greedy like that. Of course, with the way the toast just keeps kicking my ass, I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. Anyway, I need to keep going on these bubbles. Those are ones where you have to keep moving constantly, otherwise you are going to end up dropping into the boiling water. And getting scalded is not good. Or I'll have to just keep whacking more sausage and more toast. Fortunately, I can get a max health here with the lollipop. There's a boss. This is a shrimp walk. And what it does is that... Well, what it does is it keeps dropping shrimp on me, and I am getting my ass kicked here. And, really, it was that close? That was ridiculous. Anyway, trying this again. The good news is that, if you do stay in this bottom corner, then you actually can, get some good hits off it. That's a... I stay as far away from that thing, and that thing kills me anyway. God damn. This has just been going horribly. Also, this thing can catch the, shrimp. So you do have to keep that in mind. Just duck out of the way of this guy. Okay, I'm doing a lot better here, and right when I say that, I get hit. Alright, that was it for the shrimp walk. The problem is, every time you die, you end up losing all your coins. The good news is you don't lose your health. So just one short bonus stage run. Anyway, here we are at stage 4, and this is gonna be fish, and this is actually gonna be the first outdoor place. And right away we are greeted with shish kebabs as well as chairs, or lawn chairs that'd like to kick my ass. The shish kebabs attack at a 45-degree angle, and they attack downward and in, and you know how that gets. Instead, I'm just gonna have to keep jumping over these tables. And this is the one stage where respawn can really screw you over, because if you aren't careful, you are gonna get sandbagged by a lot of shish kebabs like that. Let's see, do I really need that? You know what, I'm actually gonna go without it. And instead well, actually, I guess that chicken decided to run out the door. Here you get clouds and a bunch of pits, as well as the roof of the house, or the restaurant. Those knives will kill you instantly, they act as spikes. And, yeah, this is just a short platforming segment, as well as some ladders to descend. You do have to be quick there, otherwise that carrot will hit you. The good news is with a spoon it's easier to at least see those things attacking. Well, let's just wait for these shish kebabs. And just making jumps here. See, do I really want to get that? Yes, I do. So, just moving along, this is where, there's gonna be a lot of climbing, as well as a lot of dodging. First we start off with those. There's a fork. I'm not really gonna get it. Instead, I'm just gonna whack this chicken. This is where you have to be aware of that shish kebab, because that thing would catch you off guard if you stayed down there too long. Anyway, I'm just gonna get out of the way of all these shish kebabs. And go into another bonus stage. Here's another take the egg stage. So now we're done with that, just gotta get an invincibility pot, which is always good. Because invincibility is always good. Although I think the spikes do still kill you, so not really sure what that chef's hat is doing there. And that won't be the first or last time we see that. And by that I mean a ridiculously placed extra life. And I'm just whacking more carrots here. See if I can just get this chicken from long range. Yep, I can. I just gotta carefully make these jumps. There's more chickens, more shish kebabs. And, yeah, a lot of stuff to avoid here. Fortunately, with more enemies means more opportunities for coins. So that's always good. Anyway, here's the giant Big Mac. Actually, it's just a burger, but once again, I'm stealing jokes from Pat the NES Punk. Anyway, what it does is it jumps around and, it occasionally breaks off into 3 pieces. And you do have to keep moving, otherwise the bottom bun's gonna surprise you. Anyway, with enough hits, this thing's done. Yeah, we are done with stage 4. Yeah, I got nothing from that stage. Or from that bonus game. Anyway, here we are in stage 5. This is gonna be meat. This takes place in the freezer, and this might actually be the toughest stage in the game. Right away you're greeted with a lot of ice, and we all know how much we love ice in any platforming game. Anyway, the fork here could be helpful, because at least you can jump higher. Still, the fork might be a good thing here. You get lots of ice cream to contend with, as well as pizza, and yeah, I kinda got stuck there. Instead, I will just whack more pizzas and more ice cream. Anyway, here I get plates. Yeah, I could actually use those. Just jump over this one. Those, lots of ice just shoot and burst and Yeah, that's what happens when you get frozen. Kinda like Sonic CD in that sense. Anyway, just gotta carefully time this. You do slide down these, or down hills, so just make sure you keep that in mind. Anyway, this is one section that is very annoying, and that's, with icicles and spikes, or with the popsicles and the spikes. The thing is, whenever you get hit, you also, kind of jump upwards, so these popsicles will take you right into the spikes, and those things kill you instantly, as we already went over. So I just need to get the spoon, because I want the spoon. So here we get some platforms to ride on. These things do kind of start and stop really quickly. So you just want to, I don't know how I avoided getting hit there. But anyway, here's another bastardly placed extra life. I just gotta jump here to make sure I land on the platform. And the thing with this stage is that you can burn through lives really quickly. And we're not even up to the worst part yet. Instead, I just had to go down and whack more ice cream with a spoon. Yeah, I could kind of use... Yeah, there we are. There's some health. Here we get some ice cream, as well as a lot of fish that drop down. The ones in this section don't drop off, but afterwards you're going to see fish that drop on you. And if you're not careful, those things can really catch you off guard. Instead, we'll just whack some more fish. And more ice cream. Alright, we'll get a bonus stage. This one's gonna be another catch the fish one. Here we are in what's probably the most dangerous section in this game. Here we get ice platforms that drop down to the spikes, which kill you instantly. And here we get creamsicles that also shoot up much like the popsicles before. The thing is, you do really have to be careful here, because if you're not, then you could end up getting hit by those things and end up getting knocked right into the spikes, like I might here. Or not. Either way. Anyway, that took some pretty careful dodging on my part. So let's just go down here. Don't get frozen here. And on to the boss. This is going to be the ice cream cone, where it'll fire off one section of the ice cream, and then move over to the left or right. When it's down to one section, it's going to cause a drill and kind of try and break the floor. Also, that cone does hurt you, so just keep that in mind. But it's really not that tough. And with that, that is the end of Stage 5. And now we are at the final stage of the game, which is dessert. This is going to take place in the basement. Yeah, here we get some pretty solid music, as well as vampire pumpkins that like to swoop in U-shaped patterns. Just make sure you wait for them and then whack them. Here we get dishes, and dishes can be pretty useful here. Especially when you're dealing with a lot of things. Here's one hazard of this stage, which is the fish that are going to jump up and then jump at you. And they do kind of go off in random directions, so you do have to hopefully either get lucky or just stay right under them. There's just another vampire pumpkin. The good news is this stage is fairly generous with checkpoints. Here, I'll get an invincibility pot and deal with these fry. Or I guess these shooting fries. See if I can get this one first. Yep. Might as well just... Well, you know what, I don't really need to collect the coins since I'm almost done here. I actually do want to go back to the right to get this chef's hat. And the thing with the extra lives is you are gonna need them, especially in that third stage where I just really burned through them. And, yeah, see, this is the hard part with these fries, is that since they do fire off a lot, you do want to keep, or just make sure you keep whacking away with either your frying pan or, the, spoon or whatever you have. I want to get this health. Also, just make sure you don't jump into the spikes like an idiot. This could be trouble. Or not. There's more fries waiting to shoot at me. Fortunately, those ones aren't that tough. It's actually going to be ones later that are going to be a really big problem. Let's just wait for this one and then hit him. I just want to keep going here. Sometimes you do want to run from these enemies, because they really can be a big problem if they gang up on you. I wanted to go down, but I didn't. Fortunately, I am getting plenty of coins now that I need them. Instead, I need to whack more vampire pumpkins. The good news is you can get some health. This is a kind of tricky jump. You do have to be at the edge in order to make that jump. At least these vampire pumpkins are definitely a lot easier to deal with than some of the other ones we've had to see. Just in case you got hit, you can get those dishes. And I'm just gonna keep going here. Anyway, here's where the really cheaply placed fries are. And, yeah, you just don't want to get hit here near the spikes. Oh, well, no big deal. I do want to get that extra life, though, because I'm greedy like that. Well... guess I got it, lost it. Whatever. Didn't really lose much on that one. I mean, I did lose a life, but I also at least got my health back. So, however you want to describe that, that could be a win, that could be a loss. That's really up to your point of view. I just need to stay out of the way of fries, and I somehow scrolled that one off screen. Let's just get out of the way of this one. And just really weaving my way in between these fries. Yes, that's where the cheaply placed fry guns are going to be a problem. Or shooting fries, or whatever you want to call them. Just gotta make these jumps. Mind the spears. Anyway, here's the final boss of the game. This is going to be Odove himself. Of course, his dialogue is just as ridiculous as ever. He takes off on a souped-up walk with a balloon. So we must chase him with this broken-down piece of crap. Oh, this should end well. I don't really get the spacing between these words in this game. Anyway, here's the way Odove fights. He shoots 3, I guess, radish missiles, and then charges to the left or right. And then how you want to fight him is that you want to take out the balloon with the eggs. But you don't want him to charge into you, and also, if you don't hit him enough, he is going to re-inflate the balloon, and I guess get all his hits back. So what I'm doing here is I'm staying high and staying in the middle, and just shooting away at his balloon. But with that, Odove is dead. And we are about to die. This isn't good. Dramatic falling! Oh hey, got the balloon. Life is good. Ah, shit. Yeah, I just fall. Okay, no broken legs, no shattered spine. I think everything's fine. Well, with that, I landed on the restaurant of Eaton, and we have reached the end of Panic Restaurant. This is by far one of the most ridiculous games you'll find on the NES, but definitely worth a try if you're interested. But I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, one-off experiment. And, you know what, I had a lot of fun playing this game, and honestly, I hope you had fun watching it. So until next time, this is Iron Torch 20, and I'll see you later.